This is John with StrapGraphics, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom guitar strap using our online designer. Before getting started with the design, you'll need to pick one of the 3 straps we offer, which are polyester and 2 different widths of leather straps. The leather straps also come in a regular or long length. For this example, we'll use a 2.5-inch leather strap. Alright, now our leather straps come in 2 different pieces, a main piece and a weave piece, that weave together, allowing you to adjust the length. It starts with the main piece and then gives you options for the weave piece next. So let's get started. There are 3 options you can work with. There's selecting a background, adding images, and adding text. Let's start by selecting a background. Alright, the cool thing with the backgrounds is that you can change any color you see here. So for example, this pattern has black and white. You can click into the color to change it, and if you don't see the color you're looking for right off the bat, there's an advanced color picker that you can click, and lots of options here. But let's keep it simple for this example and go with the solid black background pattern. Click Apply to Design, and it puts it on the strap. Okay, next, let's look at adding an image. So you can do 2 types of images, either one from your computer or one from our library. Let's start by looking at an image from our computer. So click Upload, and select the image, and it's going to put it on the strap for us. So notice there's going to be this bounding box here on the outside, and if you mouse over it, you can interact with that object. So you can either click and drag to move it around, go to the corner, and that gives you a handle to resize it. Or if you go just outside that corner, then you can rotate the object. Now, as I'm rotating, if I hold down Shift, it'll lock it into 45-degree angles. So notice that. That's going to be pretty handy for most people. Okay, next let's look at adding an image from our stock library. So we have lots of categories to choose from. For this one, we'll just go Stars and Hearts and pick the one you want to work with. And notice that you kind of get this ghosting up here, and there's a black star on front. You can't see it, so let's change the color. Go with the yellow. All right, add that to the design, and you get the same bounding box with the same options here. So let's resize it. And I'm going to rotate this. Again, holding Shift to lock it into the rotations. And center it. Okay. Next step would be adding text. So we have lots of options here for text. There's the fonts on the left-hand side. And we'll go ahead and just select Capture It for now. You can select your default starting size and then pick your color. So we'll go with a nice yellow again here. And clicking into it lets you add your own text. And then add to design, puts it on the design like everything else. All right, and there we are. That's text, images from our library, and images from your own computer. Now, you can move these anywhere you want to, and notice that when you click on an element, new options pop up down here. So there's opacity, which lets me fade this back. So if you want to fade your element, you can do that. If you want to add a drop shadow to it, you can either add a small drop shadow or a big drop shadow. And notice that this is on top of my images here right now. If I click send backwards, it's going to put it, that first click, put it behind the star. One more time, puts it behind that StrapGraphics image here from our computer, and you can't see it. So if you do that, you can bring it forward or backwards, and that just lets you play with the layering of all the elements on the strap. Okay, one more thing before we get out of this view here is zooming in and rotating. So if you want to zoom in to fine-tune your design, you can do that. And clicking Reset View takes you back to the default view. You can also rotate it by clicking the arrows here. Okay, so once you have the strap the way that you want it, let's go to the next step. Now the weaves start off as just a natural tan leather color, unlike the main pieces, and they're not printed by default. So you can either leave it as is, or if you want to customize it to make it look like the rest of the main piece, then click yes, and that's going to be an extra $30 charge. So for now, let's just do that. If you change your mind, here's a button here to remove that option, and it takes that off for you. So again, same options, selecting a background. We'll go standard black again. You can add images and add text just like before, but I'm just going to leave this black for now and go to the next step, which is the preview. So that loads it in there, and you can see how your art falls on someone's shoulder who would be wearing it. And then there's stitching color. So all of our straps, all of our leather straps at least, have a decorative stitching on the outside. And you can click the color here. It's not going to update it in the preview, but just know that it'll be there when you get the strap. And then once you're ready to go, add to cart. And you will see a little preview of your main image here, and lets you know which strap you're working with if you have multiple straps in your cart. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the tools, and let us know if you have any questions.